Okay, just sit yourself onto your lift and then come into a good cross-leg position. Get that straight. And just come into a good cross legs and feel that you're sitting with levelness. So a little wriggle about. Make sure that you're feeling level at the seat bones. And then lift up into the chest, elevate the heart area to the ceiling, drawing your shoulders down away from your ears. So there's that juxtaposition between lifting the chest and drawing the shoulders down. Those two actions complement each other, giving you access into the chest while keeping the neck long and bringing energy into the breath. Fill your lungs from the bottom to the top and empty your lungs from the top to the bottom. Just observe whether you are breathing evenly into both lungs and correct it if you're not. Just look down at the floor, look at something that isn't moving. So that your eyes are still in the sockets. Listen to the breath as you release your knees and bring your hands into Namaste. Lengthen the armpits into the elbows, keeping the shoulders down and back. And with an exhalation, allow your eyes to gently close. Continue to focus on filling the lungs evenly from the bottom to the top and emptying your lungs evenly from the top to the bottom. With an exhalation, draw your chin down to meet your chest. Lift your chest up to meet your chin. Just spend a moment to seek to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something or someone or somewhere. And then release your knees. So release your hands down toward your knees. Bring the backs of the hands onto the knees, palms facing upwards. Bring the tip of the index finger with the tip of the thumb. Just spend a moment to generate a genuine, heartfelt sense of gratitude for something or someone or somewhere. Just acknowledging gratitude, acknowledging thankfulness, holding on to that feeling of abundance as you raise your head and allow your eyes to softly open. Just hold onto your knees, lift up into the heart area, elevating the chest to the ceiling, drawing your shoulders consciously down. Take a deep inhalation in through the nose. And then turn to the right side, drawing your abdomen across. Your abdomen and your ribs and your shoulders. Just acknowledge any areas of resistance. And then come back to the center. Hold onto your knees, lift up into the chest. Take a deep inhalation and then turn to the left. Just drawing your abdomen across your ribs and your shoulders. And then come back to the center. So come off your lift and then sit back on your heels. Just let your legs adjust into the feeling of the pose to start off with. Just sit back on your heels, let the shins move into the floor. Let the shins adjust into the floor, lift up into your chest. Elevate the heart area upwards, just let the legs soften into the floor. And then consciously push your shins into the ground so that the thighs activate. And then from the hips, lift up into the armpits, lift up into the heart area. And then keeping the seat bones in contact with the heels, come forwards, hinging at the hips. And then stretch your arms out. Stretch your arms out. Spread the fingers, spread the palms. And then finally, bring the forehead down. Keep pressing your hands firmly into the floor so that you can keep your seat bones in contact with your heels. Lengthen the sacrum spine down towards the tailbone down towards the heels. So draw in the sacrum, so the sacrum is just above the tailbone, between the tailbone and the lumbar. So draw the sacrum spine down, stretching out the lumbar spine. Breathe. Deep inhalations and exhalations, lifting the breath from the bottom of the lungs to the top. Emptying the lungs from the top to the bottom. Just lift your head and then come up onto your fingertips. So lift your head, look forwards, and just come up onto your fingertips. And then walk your hands over to the right side, stretching deeply into that left arm especially. Try and keep the seat bones down, but they'll probably lift, but try and keep them down. Breathe even, deep inhalations. Keep the chest facing the floor, extending into both arms, but especially that left arm. And then walk the hands back to the center. Keep the head lifted, stay on the fingertips, and then walk your hands over to the left. And this time you'll feel a deep extension in that right side of the body. Keep extending evenly into both arms, keeping the chest facing the floor, trying to keep the seat bones down on the heels, lengthen into the arms. Feeling that deep extension in the right side of the trunk. And then come back to the center, hit the hands into the floor, press the seat bones down into the heels, and then bring the head down again. Just stretch in into Adho Mukha Virasana. Bring your arms a little wider in Adho Mukha Virasana, giving yourself space in your neck. Bring your arms out in line with your shoulders, pressing your hands into the floor, keeping your arms straight. And then bring the arms, palms facing upwards, either side of the body, so that you're in the traditional child's pose. If it becomes heavy on your head, then consciously extend from the shoulders into the fingertips. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Bring your hands underneath your shoulders and then push yourself up into a seated position. Just stretching the chest up to the ceiling, elevating the heart area upwards, drawing your shoulders down. Draw the chin to the chest. And then as long as there's no problem with lifting your chin all the way to the ceiling, then with an out breath, bring your chin to the ceiling. If there is, just bring your head level, just looking forwards. You know, sometimes lifting the chin can make you feel a little breathless or a little sick. So just avoid that action. Bring the chin back down to the chest. And then bring the chin back to the ceiling, or as far as you can go without aggravating a condition. Just feeling the stretch of the front of the neck, and then come back to the center. Just bring your right ear down towards the right shoulder, but keeping the right shoulder away from your ear. So the left side of the neck gets a really good stretch. And then come back to the center and then bring the left ear over towards the left shoulder, keeping both shoulders away from the ears. Just feeling that stretch on the right side of the neck. And then come back to the center, and then just over to the right again, just feeling that intense stretch along the right side of the left side of the neck. And then back to the center, and then over to the left. And then come back to the center. So we've been sitting in Virasana for a little while. So dog down will feel really good. So just come up onto your knees. Your legs might be a little reluctant to straighten at first, so just go with that. Have your little fingers on the edge of the mat, stretch the thumbs towards each other, turn your toes under. There may be some reluctance there, just acknowledge it. Have your feet as wide apart as your mat, and then come up into dog down. Breathing even deep inhalations and exhalations, straightening the legs, tightening the kneecaps, activating the thigh muscles, pushing the fronts of the thighs through to the backs of the thighs, turning the fronts of the thighs inwards so that the backs of the thighs broaden outwards. And then step your feet forwards, come up into a standing position, and then have a couple of blocks for your hands for parsvottanasana. Bring your feet as wide apart as your mat, turning your toes in a little. Bring your hands onto your hips, lift up into the chest, wing the elbows towards each other behind you. See if you can stretch the thumbs towards each other behind you. And then hinge at the hips, keep the head lifted. As you come forwards, hinge in at the hips. And then reach down and find the blocks. Bring the blocks underneath your shoulders. Activate your legs in the same way as in Tadasana, observing the balance of action. Evenness of effort. Lift the seat bones, lift the tailbone, project the chin and the chest forwards. If you can, come down a little lower, but if you've got a bad back and it's aggravated by forward bending, then stay on the higher lift. Keep the legs straight, really determinedly hit the legs back so that your weight is in your heels. Projecting the chin and the chest away from the legs. If you can go down to the floor, then do. Just stretching out the legs, just acknowledging that the sensations of the pose, the sensations of effort feel good. If you can reach down and find the outsides of the heels, drawing the body in towards the space between the legs. But again, just watch your back, read your back, observe it, listen to it, respect it. Bring your hands into your hips and then bend your knees on the way up and then come up into a standing position. Just come up into Tadasana. So in Tadasana, just observe your balance. The inner edge of the feet together, lift up into the chest, up into the heart area. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Bring your arms out nice and wide, in towards your chest, and then step or jump your feet apart nice and wide. Turn your left toes in, your right leg and foot all the way out, and then come back to the centre, spread your toes, and then come
and down into trikonasana. Just stretching out your legs. Looking up if you can, turning the chest up to face the ceiling. Breathing in and out through the nose if you can. Just feeling where the body is in 3 dimensions. Keep your attention in the pose. Feel that the hips are in line with the feet, in line with the chest. Reach up into the top hand rather than collapsing into the bottom hand. Come back to the center, swap the feet around, turn the right toes in, the left leg and foot all the way out. Just have a quick look at your feet, make sure they're in the right alignment. And then come back to the left side, or come over to the left side. So the correct alignment for the feet, of course, is the heel of the front leg. That's the leg that we're reaching over, is always in line with the instep or the toes of the back foot, never in line with the heel. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose if you can. Just use your feeling to address the alignment of the pose. Feeling like there's a star action stretching out from the hips, like a star burst into the legs and into the chest and into the arms, into the head. And then come back to the center, bring the feet parallel, and then step or jump the feet back together. Come back into Tadasana. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, even inhalations and exhalations. Okay, grab a couple of blocks and put them on the right side of your mat. And then come back into Tadasana. So we're going to go into parsvottanasana. So come back into Tadasana, just let any feelings of parsvottanasana just disappear into the ether. Arms out nice and wide in towards your chest, and then step or jump your feet apart. Turn your left toes in steeply, and then the right leg and foot all the way out. And then feel where your hips are. So maybe this back leg hip, it's difficult to bring it in line with the front leg hip. So the remedy to that is probably the angle of your foot. So pick up the heel and turn the foot all the way out like you're doing Tadasana, and then feel where the hips are. So they should be in line with each other here, in line with the, like parallel with the end of the mat. Have your hands on your hips, stretch the thumbs towards each other behind your back, push your thumbs into your lower back, lift up into the chest, winging the elbows away, and then come forwards, hinging at the hips, keeping the chest lifted, keeping the head lifted, keeping the legs activated, and then reach down and find the floor, or if you can't find the floor, use the blocks. So just once you've found the floor or your blocks, then go back to the legs, go back to the hips. Do the hips feel level? So you can just do what I'm doing here, just feel where the hips are. So turn the back leg really steeply from the little toe side to the big toe side, turning the heel out. Turn the front leg from the little toe side to the big toe side, and then project the chin and the chest forwards. If you can reach the floor, and if you feel like you can extend into the spine, then start to walk your hands towards the back leg, to the back leg end of the mat. Keeping the chest lifted all the time, keeping the heart area lifted, keeping the head lifted. So it's a forward bend, but we're not doing the forward bend with the heart area, sorry, with the head, we're doing the forward bend with the heart area. And then at the last minute, if the chest is in contact with the leg, then bring your head down. Stretching the legs out. Feeling that you're in contact with the hips. That front leg needs to feel really straight. It needs to feel like it's turning inwards. Okay, walk your hands forwards. Just come back to the first stage. And then bend that front leg and step forwards, come up out of the pose into Tadasana. And then just be in Tadasana. And then bring the blocks over to the left side of the mat. And then come back into Tadasana. So just feel how you've opened up the energy of the legs, the energy of the hips, the backs of the hips. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose, listening to the breath. Bring your arms out nice and wide in towards the chest, and then step or jump your feet back together. Bring your hands into your hips. Turn your right toes in and the left leg and foot all the way out. Turn in that back leg, that back heel all the way out, so that you can feel that the hips are level with each other. Have your hands on your hips. Feel that levelness. Try and sweep that back leg hip forwards. Activate the legs. Turn in the legs, the fronts of the legs inwards. Reach the thumbs towards each other behind your back. Press your thumbs into the back. Lift up into the chest like you're doing a back bend. And then keep the head lifted as you come forward. And then reach down and find the floor, or if you need to, use the blocks. Try and keep the back straight. If you rounded your back at all to come down to the floor, then use the blocks. So just go back to the hips initially. Just feel that they are level. Just reach back and feel it. Feel the hips. Project the chin and the chest away. Keep the legs even. Does it feel like you've lost that back leg? Or can you really work to extend from the hip down into the heel? And then if you can reach the floor, you can start to bring the hands towards the back end of the mat. Keeping the head lifted, keeping the heart area lifted. Just acknowledging how perhaps it feels different on this side. Keep that back leg firmly activated. Okay, and then just gently bring the hands back to the center. Just stretch into the chest. Bend that front knee, step forwards with that back leg, and then come back up into Tadasana. Just observe your energy, observe the energy in the legs. Observe perhaps that the legs feel long. Breathe even deep inhalations and exhalations, in through the nose and out through the nose. Bring your arms out nice and wide in towards your chest, and then step or jump, go wide. If you can, use the back edge of your mat to align your heels. Turn your toes inwards and then straighten your legs. Have your thumbs in the lower back, trying to reach them towards each other, winging the elbows towards each other, lift up into the chest, activate your legs and hinge at the hips, come forwards, hinging at the hips. If you can't reach the floor, then use your blocks underneath your hands. Otherwise, just reach all the way down to the floor. Turn your legs the other way this time. So Tadasana-ize your legs, turn them inwards, turn the fronts of the thighs from the little toe side to the big toe side, slicing the inner knee towards the back of the room. And then feel that action gives you lift in the seat bones. Project the chin and the chest forwards. Listen to the breath. If you can straighten your back at this stage, if you can keep your head lifted, if you can draw the shoulder blade region consciously in towards the front chest, then go to the next stage, keeping the back straight, bringing your head down to the floor, and then resting the top of your head gently on the floor. Have the heels of your hands in line with the heels of your feet, lengthening the neck. Just stay at the first stage of the pose if you prefer, or if you have to round your back, or if your head's nowhere near the floor, just go back to the first stage. You always put a block underneath your head, but don't round your back to find the floor. Keep the back straight. So listen to the breath. Keep the head lifted. If you're at the halfway point, keep extending into the chin. Okay, just come back to the center. Just lift the head, come back to lift the head and the chest, and then bring the heels of the hands back down. Bend your knees, and then step or jump your feet back together, and then come up into Tadasana. Just breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Raise your arms up. You have to go sideways to do this effectively. And reach your arms to the ceiling, straighten your arms. You have your arms ideally parallel. But if you can't straighten your arms, or if there's any reason like there's no ceiling height, have your arms wide. Lift the heart area up to the ceiling, up to the skies. It's a good pose for positive thinking. And then release your arms. And then come down onto your back into supta padottanasana. If you prefer, you can go up into a headstand, but supta padottanasana will just soften out the back, just broaden the abdomen, just soften out the back. So while you can do a headstand at this stage, I think supta padottanasana just feels like it feels more appropriate for your back. Just listen to the breath. Feel that there is good energy in every inhalation. So if there's no problems with holding the breath, and at the top of the in-breath, just for a second or two, just retain the breath. If there's any reason like high blood pressure or any kind of hypertension, then don't hold your breath, just normal breathing. If you retain the breath just a second or two, not over holding. So just bringing the body down into the ground. Just listen to the breath. Okay, bring your knees together, just bring your breath back to normal if you're retaining your breath in any way. Bring your feet, pick your feet up and then bring them as close to the seat bones as you can. So just shuffling the seat bones in towards the heels, have the feet hip width apart. So we do supta kapotasana. So keep the left foot where it is and then lock the fingers around the front of the right knee and pull the right knee in towards the chest. Flex that right heel and draw that knee in towards the chest. And then get hold of the right foot with the left hand and then bring that left foot over the top of that right foot over the top of the left thigh. So just initially holding onto the foot, just encourage that right knee to stretch away from the body. Just be gentle with this action if there's a problem with your knee. Maybe avoid that altogether. So just opening up the front of the groin. And then just relax that knee. Just let the knee point directly to the ceiling. And then reach behind the back of the left knee and then pull that left knee in towards the chest, flexing that left heel. Pulling the knee in towards the chest, stretching out the glutes on the right side, the hamstrings on the right side. So it's a really nice stretch for the lower back. Maybe bring the foot a little higher up the knee if the foot was in at the top of the thigh, just for a more intense stretch. And then release, bring that left foot down onto the floor, bring the right foot down onto the floor. And then again, just have the feet hip width apart. And then shuffle in as close to the heels as you can. Bring the left knee in towards the chest. Draw that left knee into the chest, flexing that left heel. Pulling the knee down into the chest. Breathing even, deep inhalations and exhalations. And then release that knee, cross the right foot over the top of the left thigh. That's the wrong way around. Bring that left foot over the top of the right thigh. Just holding onto that left foot with the right hand. And then just gently push the right thigh away from the body, just opening up in that inner groin region between the top of the leg and the torso. And then relax that knee, just let that knee come to a neutral position. And then reach behind the back of the right knee and then flex that right foot and then pull that right knee in towards the chest, stretching out the hamstrings and the glutes of the left leg. Again, just easing tension in the lower back. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose, just enjoying that stretch. If you want to intensify it, just bring the foot up the thigh a little more, reach underneath the leg if necessary, and then again pull that knee in towards the chest. So, supta kapotasana, the reclining pigeon pose. And then gently relax, just let the legs release, and then bring the feet back into supta baddha. Just listen to the breath. Let the knees fall apart. Just listen to the breath. And then bring the knees together. Stretch your arms out in line with your shoulders for jathara parivartanasana. So palms facing upwards, arms out in line with your shoulders. And then consciously, really consciously clamp the knees together. Clamp the heels together. And then bring the knees over to the right side. Keeping the feet together, keeping the knees together. Draw the abdomen in the opposite direction from the right to the left, and then look over that right knee. So that left hand, sorry. Keep the knees together, keep the feet together, rolling over to the right, drawing the abdomen from the right to the left, looking over that left hand. And then gently come back to the center. Just reset in the middle, just reset the feet, reset the knees. Clamp the knees together, the feet together, bring the knees over to the right, over to the left side. Sorry, I'm getting my lefts and rights all over the place. Draw the left abdomen to the right side. Look over that right hand. Breathe in through the nose and out through the nose. Press the left hand into the floor really firmly. Rotate the abdomen away from those knees, away from the left hand, and look over the right hand. And then gently come back to the center. Just pull your knees in towards your chest. Just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. Just a gentle massage on the spine. And then come back into supta baddha. So maybe there's a new opening in the hips. Of course, if you need to, you can put blocks underneath the outsides of the thighs if you need to support the hips. Just focus on filling the lungs from the bottom to the top. Emptying the lungs from the top to the bottom. So you can stay in supta baddha konasana if you're avoiding inversions. Otherwise, just get hold of the mat either side of the hips and try and push the mat away from the head. Draw your knees in towards each other, pull your knees in towards your chest, and then lengthen the legs up to the ceiling in viparita, karanhi. If there's any difficulty in lifting your legs, put a block underneath your lower back, underneath your sacrum, and then you'll be able to lift your legs more easily. Just focus on soft, gentle breathing. Just enjoying the sensation of gravity reversal. Keeping the legs active and extended. Okay, bend your knees, bring your feet back down to the floor. And then get a folded blanket for underneath your head. Just sit yourself up. Get a folded blanket for underneath your head. There's a little pillow. And then just guide yourself down in a really good straight line, right down the centre of your mat. The more precise you are with the way that you prepare your shavasana, the more effectively you will be able to relax. So it's worth spending a little bit of time just observing your shavasana before you let go. So when you're ready, just bring yourself back down onto the floor. Let the body become heavy on the ground. Unhook the muscles of the arms and the legs. And then feel that sensation of energetic lightness radiating from the bones, radiating from the bones and into the muscles. Radiating from the bones and into the muscles and into the organs, including the flesh and the skin. Fill your body with the energy of your practice, using your in-breath and your out-breath to distribute that energy down into the toes, to the fingers and up into the top of the head. Basking in that feeling of energetic lightness. And when you're ready to disturb yourself, just wriggle your toes, wriggle your fingers, pull your knees in towards your chest, just have a little rock from side to side, from top to bottom. Just a gentle massage on the spine. And then gently roll over onto your right side. Stay down for a breath or two. And then straighten out the top leg, come back up into a seated position. Come up into cross legs with the hands in the masti, just a final spinal lift. Draw your breath in through your nose down into the abdomen. Be conscious of the energy that you have released through your practice this morning, that good, positive, healthy flow of clean energy that the extensions and the forward bends and the twists and the inversions bring to the body and to the mind. And then draw your chin down to meet your chest. Spend a moment to seek to acknowledge the positive energy you've created inside. And then send some of that positive energy out into the world. And then gently release the backs of your hands down towards your knees, palms facing upwards. And then as you raise your head, allow your eyes to softly open and the focus to softly come back. Thank you very much. Thank you. So hopefully you feel as though you really lifted your energy and given yourself a good stretch in the lower back and in the legs. So thank you very much for joining me.